My name is Marshall Camp. I am the director here at Godspoint Mission Center. I get to be a glorified servant, let's just say that. I get to do a lot of the little things behind the scenes, but also, get to make sure the kids with the programs are good, volunteers are good, pizza's good, all of that. This area is, like a lot of areas similar in Houston, it's plagued with a lack of hope, because it's a lot of impoverished neighborhoods or people who are right on the poverty line, and so you don't have a whole lot of opportunity. The schools are mainly underfunded. There's not much that they look to and say, I'm excited for this, I'm excited for this. Our programs provide a way for them to have an outlet that's healthy, but it also provides a possibility for them to do something long-term with their time that's beneficial. So like the trade program, a recording studio, t-shirt printing, you can monetize these things in the future. And then in the other side, what we do is important. Like, we want them to come, we want this to be a place of peace. We want them to come and be able to feel like they can cut loose, relax, they're not having to look over their shoulder, they're not having to question anyone's motives. And when you can do that and get your creative outlet out of there, it's a double-edged, positive sword.
My name is Larry Montgomery. I'm a part of Godspoint Mission Center, Eyes on Me. I come to Godspoint because I feel like I need more of Jesus in my life. My favorite part of being here is mentorship and t-shirt printing. Mentorship is like when you open up to yourself and your mentors actually feel what you're saying and they can respond back and tell you either it's a good way or a bad way to go. I like the t-shirt program because it's like you get to pick your own designs. You get to choose the background colors, the foreground colors, and you can write it on there. So mine is Dream Big Clothing. DBC is the place to be. So yeah, that's what I love about t-shirt printing. I'm really trying to save up for my college and invest more in my business.
Being good at making a t-shirt, having a product, and being able to sell that product and get money, now you're able to see something I'm gifted in is actually providing for me. And versus something that's quick money is gonna come, but that quick money has some stipulations. Out in the streets, quick money isn't good money, and we wanna take away that mentality and kind of interject something else, like long-term stability, self-sufficiency, being able to do what they're gifted at, and it actually be impactful for themselves, Their ears are tuned to the streets, but we're trying to change that tune to be tuned to things that are Christ-like or things that are positive. Because then when the things come that aren't positive or aren't good for them, they can call it out.
My name is Derek Soto and I am a part of Godspoint. My favorite part about doing the studio is just to see the impact that it has on other people and to be able to see how lives can change in a little bit of time. My dad actually inspired me to start rapping, just seeing his walk with Christ and seeing how brave he is to actually do it. I was like, I'm gonna give it a try, and I had the courage to start doing as he does.
My name's David Wellborn. I'm involved in the podcast program. We talk about topics, and it's just some microphones with all the right equipment and everything. There's so many topics that aren't really talked about. They are, but it's not really out in the open. It's more in school, and no one really outforwards their opinions, and I like that because I get to talk about things that not everybody would be willing to talk about into a microphone that's being recorded. In there, we're talking about the talent show that's coming up, back to school, what's happening in the world and stuff like that. You don't know who could relate to you in so many ways and how much your words could affect them and bring a positive effect onto what they think.
A lot of these kids are used to being talked at. They're not used to being asked how they're doing. They're not used to being asked their perspective. And so our mentorship with the volunteers, that's what they get to do. They need community. And so we don't want to just build a transactional relationship. We want to build a community relationship.